Greetings all, welcome to Talk Wrestling here in high definition. Thank you all for watching this week. Today's topic, well, it's actually a few topics. It's going to be three different guys I'm talking about today. I'm talking about Drew McIntyre, Evan Bourne, and Matt Hardy. And the reason I'm talking about those guys is because they seem to be stuck in what I like to call mid-card hell. Basically, one guy, I'm sorry for the pronunciation, but Thrain G94, Dear Jeff, do you think the WWE is the right place for Matt Hardy? It seems without Jeff, the WWE has no use for Matt. He hasn't done anything big since winning the ECW Championship. P.S. Love the show. And from Tage41694, who do you think has a better future ahead of them, Evan Bourne or Drew McIntyre? They're both getting pushed on their respective brands. They are, to a certain extent, Evan and Drew getting pushed. And Drew had a long run with the Intercontinental Championship, which was really cool. But I don't see much beyond that. Drew, I picked him for Money in the Bank for SmackDown, and ended up going with Kane, and Kane won the World Championship that night. So, and Matt Hardy has been stuck in mid-card hell more than these two, for sure. But I think the three of them, you know, Evan Bourne is never going to be the guy in WWE. He's never going to be the top dog in the company. It's just not going to happen. So, you know, it sucks, but, you know, he's small. You know, Rey Mysterio is a very rare exception of this small guy getting the big break. That's a rare exception. Drew McIntyre, you know, has all the potential in the world to be a world champion. I talked about the guys that are going to carry the company before. Drew McIntyre is one of them. Drew McIntyre will lead the WWE through the 21st century. You know, he's going to be the guy, one of them, along with, like I said, before. Wade Barrett's a guy, Miz, Morrison, MVP. There's quite a few. And Matt Hardy, God, the Hardy Boys were great. But when they broke them up, it became crystal clear that the fans were solidly behind Jeff Hardy. Unless you were a complete and utter Hardy mark, you weren't as supportive of Matt as you were of Jeff. And that's just the truth of it. Both of those guys are, awesome, but, Matt doesn't get near the support that Jeff does, and that's just the sad fact of it. It's just the truth. Is Matt in the right place? Should he go to TNA? No. And I'll tell you why. Because he will never be the superstar that Jeff Hardy is in TNA. He'll never be where Jeff is, and he'll languish in mediocrity more in TNA than he will in WWE, than he is right now in WWE. And you heard it here from Jeff Meacham. So, there's a lot of guys besides those three that are stuck in what I like to call mid-card hell. I said this before. But those three in particular, I don't see, McIntyre being pushed anything further than the Intercontinental or U.S. Championship if he goes to Raw. And I don't see Evan Bourne being anything more than, the occasional tag partner for Cena or, the main event of Raw here and there. And Matt Hardy has run his course in WWE. Matt Hardy has had his time, and I think that's the end of it. I think Matt Hardy is never going to be anywhere as high as he was when he was the ECW champion or the United States Heavyweight champion when he was there in 2008? 2008? Could be wrong. Don't quote me. That'll do it for Talk Wrestling. Thank you all for watching in high definition. We'll see you next time.